All right, let's see. So I mentioned I ended up going to jail on February 11th, right? So this is the whole process. This is another thing that my stupidity cost me. So I go to picked up in McKenna, Washington, at like I don't know 11:30 or some shit in the afternoon, and I know I signed a contract with the fucking house. If I'm gone for more than 3 days, they keep all my stuff. So, like I said, I was arrested in shower shoes, sweats, and an old Walmart T-shirt. That's it. They wouldn't let me get my shoes, no socks, no wallet, no phone, nothing. So I lost my ID, my social, my EBT card, money, PlayStation 5, everything gone. Phone, all my clothes, everything I own, hygiene. I had to start over when I got out August 13th. So this is what happened. So I got arrested. It's a long drive from McKenna to Tacoma to Pierce County Jail. I fucking was in the cop car with fucking stay quiet, big redneck looking cop with a cowboy hat, fucking retarded as fuck looking. Thought he was in Texas or some shit. People in Texas don't even dress like that. Actually, no, I got an MIP when I was 19 there, staying with my brother Johnny and Clinton. So I get there, two Deltas still, intake. I'm there for like 5 hours because, I'm not detoxing. I'm coming in sober and shit from fucking fresh start in McKenna. So I go over to Charlie and, I go do my arraignment the next morning. I come back. I start doing my Navy SEALs, getting back into like, if you're locked up, you do burpees. If you're fucking sober, you do burpees. If you're high, you just lose weight and look like a swimsuit model. I don't fucking know how it works, but that's just the way it works on the streets. I'm a tweaker, not an opiate addict, so it works out sometimes. Like, I don't know, 42, I'm all right. But so here's the thing. So I want to give some credit, though. I had a decent 6 out of 9 months when I was there. You got to make the most of things, see a silver lining. So I got to 2 Charlie. And fucking, I put in for trustee after I got my arraignment, found out I wasn't going home. They came at me with my first deal. I was supposed to get 14 months, which was cool because I was like, I'll go to the R units, I'll go to work release, I'll get housing, I'll get back to being not homeless, get back in IOP, get back in mental health, because that's where I wanted to be. That's what I was doing. I was doing it successfully. So I tried to go that route. My attorney fucking told me like, no, you don't have to do all that. They can't use your fucking 2006 shit against you and fucking your Omaha, Nebraska charges of fucking terrorist threats and use of a deadly weapon on firearm to commit a felony. We don't have those in the state of Washington, so they can't hold that against you. So I got lucky. All my points cleared out, but then I had to fucking worry about having the same charges, and that's how I got 2 points because it amplifies. Even if you don't have a point, if you plead out to something, you get the point, and then it amplifies. It's a weird system. It's fucked up. But so I go from being able to leave the first month I'm there to go to prison. Or not even prison, go to Arden's. Arden's isn't a prison. That's like going to D&E in Nebraska. Like that's at Lincoln. So I wait. I go trustee. But while I'm in 2C, I meet a Sereno named Nicholas Gonzalez. Good dude. I'm saying his name now because it pays off later. I got looked out by Thumper and I can't think of his fucking name. Big dude. I feel bad now. It must not be that important to the story. So I went over to trustee, which is 2A. I bumped into a good friend of mine. Salt was in there, Brandon. And then Dollar was in there, Collie Sims. So I got to spend some time with them. I met a couple other people from Puyallup in there that I hadn't met before but knew who I was because I guess, besides being Marc Rogers, the son of Glenn Rogers, I'm also Irish on the streets, so fucking people know me, and it's weird. Oh, and I want to say real quickly, I found out from Jose later on, Jose Lopez, you all know him, closer to August, and I'll get back to where I was in the story. Everyone knows Jessica Warren, right? You all know that it was a black SUV with a white hood that dropped her off in front of Good Samaritan Multicare in Puyallup on the sidewalk while she was ODing. It didn't take her in. The person's an idiot, doesn't know about the Good Samaritan law. So just know, if you know who that vehicle is, they helped OD our friend Jessica Warren, and he's a piece of shit. So, okay, so back to, I went to trustee, bumped into Salt, bumped into Dollar. Dollar was doing a cart pushing job. Me and Salt were in the kitchen, second shift. Dollar and I were in the TV room one day, and I got fired because some Mexican dude fucking was a little bit bigger than me, wanted to call me out my name. I got no fight with him. I go back to 3 West. I go to 3 West to go to the hole for 30 days, 30-30, 28-4. I had a cellie. The next day, he fucking put himself on suicide watch, went over to 3 West. I was in 3 West B. He was in 3 West A or whatever the fuck it is. Um, and then bumped into Niklo again. Everyone, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Niklo's a good dude. You all know Crazy Kathy, right? Niklo was in there for an unrelated charge, but now he's facing bringing a foreign substance or a controlled substance into a correctional facility because Kenny Kessner, Crazy Kathy's brother, so if you're ever doing business with him, because I know he's in Puyallup and you all want to fucking talk to him and do business with him, wrote a fucking statement on him because he wouldn't share meth with him in 2 Charlie. So just to let you know, there is paperwork with Kenny fucking Kessner's name on it, telling on Nicholas Gonzalez, Niklo. Right now, I think he should be out of prison by now. So I go to 3 West, then I go to fucking, no, I go to, 2 West, 3 West, no, 4 West, I don't know what it was, a dorm, I forget now, it's like 4 West C tank. I remember I saw someone fucking, we had a seizure death over in fucking 4 West, or 3 West A, which across the hall we could see from the dorms. They try to cover all the windows up and shit. Fucking crazy-eyed CO, fucking little scrawny guy, has one eye that looks off to the side, playing poker on his phone, not paying attention. Dude dies of a seizure. It's an interesting situation at Pierce County Jail. I forget what day it was. Like, I want to say May 17th? Yeah, May 17th. You know why I know that? Because my piece of shit attorney called me the beginning of May 5th or May 6th, saying that Susan Camp, a friend of my dad's, was trying to freaking figure out where I was. And he called me and said, hey, your dad somehow has a fucking private detective looking for you. And here's the thing. I was locked up from February 11th to August 13th. My dad was executed in Rayford, Florida prison. He was on death row for over 30 years fighting shit. He died May 15th. My piece of shit attorney at Pierce County Jail didn't tell me that. Just said, hey, they're looking for you, and fucking gave me no information. So it is actually a federal law that immediate family has. I should have had the privilege to write. I should have had the privilege to at least make a phone call, hear something, you know what I mean? But that's another fucking great thing of the system, you know what I mean? I know I'm just a convict and I'm just complaining and it's just stupid shit, right? But this is all stuff I had to lose out on because I write my dad regularly on Securus. Luckily, I was able to fucking, say some positive shit to him before I went to jail. That way, the last thing he knows is I had some positive shit to say to him because that means a lot to someone when they're locked up. So I get leveled up again, and I finish out my time in 2 Delta, switched back to a normal mod by the time I got out, and they switched 2 Bravo into intake. So I'm in there, Niklo shows up again. So I get in like this UN card thing. So that's why I'm in pretty good shape, because I got educated by like Niklo, Wale, Tony, a dude named Ryder, another API named Speak Thunder. We kind of joined up. I had little Chris, which was like I don't know what the fuck he was part of. I've got the 1488, so I'm a skinhead. I'm not a Odinist. I'm not an Aryan. I'm a little bit older than that, unfortunately, because it caused me a little bit of shit, but a little bit of shit's always fun, right? Who wants to be bored? So yeah, we just had the burpee car going. We call ourselves the UN, and I ended up sitting there listening to my attorney for 6 months to get a 9-month sentence, starting from month 1, saying I could have been in prison for 14 months. I could have gone to our units. I would have been out February, March, April. I would have been out in April at work release and then housed. That's all I wanted to do is get back to fucking where I was at. Because I worked my ass off to fucking get my head straight, to fucking do what I needed to do. And we stretched it out to where I got nothing. No fucking... They released me to take myself to treatment. But they held me 3 days over. I was there 6 months and 3 days on a 9-month sentence because they wanted to wait to see if I could sign a deal to go to fucking treatment in Chehalis. My attorney was at least nice enough to get me a fucking Uber down to the fucking Amtrak station in Tacoma. No socks, no ID, no nothing, and 1 slippers, fucking gecko fucking sweats, and an old blue Walmart shirt. That's how I had to go deal with a bunch of GRE fucking gangbangers looking like a fucking loser. It was a rough start. I'll talk about that later.